with the educated opinion on topics of all varieties. This your boy Bubba, and you already know what I'm about to say, right? You are listening to Bubba's Banter. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your motherfucking boy. I ain't gotta say no names, right? But I am anyways. It's your boy Bubba, and you are listening to Bubba's Banter. Actually, you're also watching Bubba's Banter now. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I'm finally here. Bubba's Banter podcast is officially a hybrid podcast. I am officially on YouTube. So you will be getting YouTube videos now. You will be getting the visuals that you guys have been asking for. I'm so sorry it took me so long to come back and get on here and talk to y'all. It's just been a long time. And I'm getting used to all of this setup. Like I got two screens. So I'm like trying not to be fixated on one screen and then trying to be fixated on the camera and then looking at my real podcaster to see how long I'm going. Making sure the lighting is perfect. These lights are burning my ass up. So you guys are going to see my neck glistening because I'm sweating because these lights are just like giving me life, but also draining the liquid out of my body. Thank God I got some H2O over here because, baby, baby, when I say burning me up, they burning me up. Okay. I hope you guys are feeling well. I am doing good. I'm so happy to be back. I'm feeling a little nervous tonight because I'm like, this is my first podcast in a while, and I haven't did one in a while. I have just been listening to podcasts and working out. As you probably noticed, I'm a little skinnier now. Your boy officially lost 50 pounds, and I'm still trying to get down some more. But hooray me, that's all I've been doing is just working out and working. Um, Nothing too special, you know what I'm saying, that I've been doing, just changing my eating habits and uh, doing better than what I was doing earlier this year. So that's about it. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are living well, feeling well. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say the most YouTube thing ever. Make sure you click that subscribe button, please. Please click the subscribe button. So before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has stayed subscribed to me and it still listens to my podcast. Some of the new subscribers who are catching up on episodes. I just want to say thank you guys for listening to my podcast and supporting me. I really do appreciate the fact that you guys listen to my podcast. Podcasting is not easy. It's really hard. A lot of people don't understand what a lot of podcasters go through to produce content for you guys. I know sometimes it seems like, oh, I'm just going to plug up a mic and I'm going to talk. I'm going to plug up a mic and I'm just going to talk, because that's what's happening so much with podcasts now, where people are just buying podcast equipment, plugging it up, saying shit that's going to go viral, like stupid shit, rage farming type of content to go viral, and they're making millions of dollars off of it. And I just don't want to I don't want to do that, I'm all for having different perspectives and things like that, but I also don't want to just like make bullshit to make money, at least to me. But there is tons of other podcasts out there that are really, really good. And so there's that. But so tonight, before we get started on my show, I'm able to do this finally. Like, I can tell you guys and show you guys the product. I want y'all to go get these bearskin underwear. They are designed with the big boy in mind. These are the camel bear tooth underwear design. They just dropped these March 1st, I think, and they are really, really cute. I love them. I love bearskin. Their stuff is so soft and durable. It's like durable, soft. These are the jock straps. Fun fact. So I used to hate wearing jock straps. Hated wearing jock straps. And then I started modeling for bearskin, and I was just like, I love jock straps now. I wear them at the gym. I wear them at work. I love jock straps. They hold everything in place, like everything in place. Like it's a nice, snug, tight fit. And when I say tight fit, I don't mean like uncomfortable tight. I mean like snug, like it holds it in place like it's supposed to. So yes, go get you some bearskin underwear. They sell socks too. They sell swimwear. They sell shorts. Go get you some bearskin. They're so good, and they are designed with the big boy in mind. So go get you some. And if you use my promo code Bubba, you will get 15% off in your checkout order. So please go get them. I'm telling you, they're so good. So tonight we are just going to rant. It's going to be a solo dolo. I'm going to introduce you to my new segment, which is called the Bubba's Banquet. It's still the same as the Bubba's segment, or not Bubba's Banquet. Why did I just see as a podcaster? One of the things is in doing video now, I can't do take one, take two, take three. I mean, I could, but there's no point in doing that. You know what I'm saying? When I can always edit it out. But I'm gonna mess up a lot, FYI. But the the Banter Banquet, formerly known as the Banter segment, I'll touch on basically about what that is later on in the show. But tonight we're going to do rants. It's still much like entertainment stuff, like entertainment things that I'm going to rant about, but I want to rant about them from a different perspective. And I'm pretty sure you guys already heard about the stuff that I'm going to talk about tonight, but it's just something that I really want to talk about. And so I was like, you know what? I asked the people if they want to hear this, hear my perspective on it. And they said, yeah. So let's do it. But before we get into that, I want to talk about Bubba's Banter and its future. So now that I'm on YouTube, I really want to talk about other things other than just, I want to do other things. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. I'm trying to do other things other than just making podcast episodes. I want to do blind reaction videos. I want to do interviews. I want to do product reviews. I want to do a lot of stuff that YouTubers are doing because I think it's so cool. So I really want to get into doing that stuff. I really feel like I can, now that I have a new computer. That's what I forgot to tell you guys too. So last time, before my season finale, I actually told you guys like I was going to purchase a new computer and I couldn't because something didn't fall through and it didn't happen. And so I went along, saved up my money, and decided to buy a Mac Mini versus buying a MacBook Pro, which I'm still going to buy eventually. But the Mac Mini is like the shit. After I did so many researches and reviews, talked to friends about it that had it all as well. I was like, I'm gonna get a Mac Mini, and I got it, and I'm so happy with my purchase. It's so dope. It's so cool. I mean, low key is like a big iPhone, but like low key, it is just a Mac Mini or MacBook Pro with, you know, no screens. You got to buy your own screens and stuff. And luckily, I had a friend who donated me some screens and a keyboard, so I didn't have to buy that. I just had to buy the Mac Mini. So I'm feeling lovely. I'm feeling blessed and highly favored, baby. Blessed and highly favored. God don't play about me. You know. But yeah, so I'm just excited for what I'm going to do with Bubba's Banter. And I really want to excel this show the way I want to excel it. So I'm just excited for what's coming, and I hope you guys are excited for what I'm about to do and to show you guys. So again, hit that subscribe button. Yes, I'm a YouTuber now, so you're gonna hear me say that a whole bunch in the show. Even the people that's just listening, y'all gonna hear me say hit the subscribe button. So let's get into this good old rants. We're gonna rant tonight. We're gonna rant. Okay, so I want to talk about two people, and the first person I want to talk about is Shannon Sharp. And first off, for the people who are watching on YouTube, I want to show y'all this video right quick.
Here's the final stop of the day. Total Wines. See the line started over there. My last stop of the day. We got up early, had a late night. We don't do excuses here. We just get the job done. Because this one we signed up for.
Okay, I want to know, why the fuck are y'all trying to make Shannon Sharp gay? Why are y'all trying to make Uncle Shay Shay gay? Like, why are y'all trying to make this man seem like he is a gay man? Oh, Shannon Sharp don't like women. Oh, Shannon Sharp, like, what? Because he has his gripes about certain things that his situation with women just may be a little different for some men who, whatever the situation is, that doesn't make him gay. It doesn't make him gay because he don't put up with bullshit. And it frustrates me as a black gay man that, like, people force, like, oh, I'm gonna really dig deep into this in a second. Now, this video here, what pisses me off about this video is that if you know who Shannon Sharp is, Shannon Sharp was a great athlete back in the 90s. He played from 19 something to 2004, I think. Shannon Sharp was a great athlete. The boy's body is banging. Uncle Shay Shay got a banging ass body. Sorry, Unc, but your body is banging, bro. Sorry, Unc, as a gay man to a straight man, your body is banging, bro. Like, I would trade in mine for yours, bro. Banging, okay? But when he got out the car, it obviously looked like somebody who had hip surgery. I could tell a motherfucker who had hip surgery. This man has had several hip surgeries and is blessed to be walking without a cane. And first off, he trains really, really good. He works out. He has a great workout regimen. And it's so weird how people can poke at little things. And I think it frustrates me. And don't get me wrong, there's some other things in the past that may made Shannon Sharp look, I don't even want to say it made him look gay or whatever, or made him look sweet, or have someone to suspect that he was. But who gives a fuck? Now, when that motherfucker, when he had that makeup on that ESPN First Take, Uncle Shay Shay. Now, you know, like, you didn't walk past no mirrors before you went on. You didn't go to the bathroom and use the bathroom before you got on. Because I know even me, when I start this podcast, I go to the bathroom first. Like, you didn't go to the bathroom and look in the mirror and be like, redo. We need a redo. Because this looks bad. This is a bad look for me. Like, do you know who the fuck I am? I am Shannon motherfucking Sharp. Like, I would have made that person, whoever it was, they would have had to do a redo, and we would have just had to been late for the show or whatever. Or I just probably wouldn't have went on. But that should need to be a redo. That would, because he was looking casket sharp or bad drag sharp. Okay, because I didn't like it. But besides that, and then also the gay boy who was a stylist, who pretty much y'all got him fired, or low key got himself fired, but y'all got this boy fired pretty much. And I think that's what sucks. And I really want to ask this question about this, and that's the reason why I'm ranting about this, is that Black people, and I'm talking about our community, I'm talking about to the Black community, because I'm Black, I'm talking to y'all. Why are y'all so fixated on Black men's sexuality? Why? What does it matter if someone is gay? Why? And you know, and it's one of the things that I realized as a Black gay man. I have always had people ask me if this person was gay or that person was gay, especially when I came out. Why do you need to know? I wouldn't tell you if I was hooking up with this dude that he gay or not. That's not my business to tell nobody nothing. It's not my business. It's not my what Tabitha Brown said. That ain't my business. That's not my business to be telling nobody's business that they do this, they do that, they do this. I don't care if you married them or not. Now, I may crack a little joke or two about it, because that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I can get a little is the word indictive? I could be a little asshole. And I'll crack a little joke about, you know, your man's hooking up with other mans. I will do that. But it's not my business to be telling this man's business if he out there doing whatever he doing. Or even not even the situation if he's not married or not. Even if he's not married, even if he's been single for a long time and has no children. Like, that's not my business to be telling somebody else's business. That's their business. And if they want to be in the closet, be in the closet, girl. I ain't got no problem with it. Period. But it's so weird how us as Black people love to fixate on people's sexuality. Or not people's, but Black men. And I'm talking about men. And I feel so bad for Black men oftentimes, because they have to deal with this shit. They really like, a lot of Black men sit back and they deal with a lot of people telling, like, people, like, fixating on whether they do this or they do that. Why do you do this as a Black man? Like, I was watching a video one time on TikTok where she was like, you know what? I find an ick that you can cook. That's a problem to me. Girl, what? A man can cook? You find that a fucking ick of yours is that a man can cook? Girl, what are you talking? Like, what the fuck? Like, how's that a problem? A man can't cook. He can't pick flowers for you. He can't like flowers. He can't dress in pink. He can't dress in light blue. He can't wear snuggy fit pants. He can't wear hoochie daddies. He can't wear a romper. He can't wear basketball shorts too high beyond the knee. He can't wear shirts that are cutoffs. He can't do nothing. A black man can't do nothing without his sexuality being checked. And I hate it. And I hate it. And I'm not trying to like I'm not trying to put my cape on for my brothers, but I'm putting my cape on for my brothers because I hate how black men are always being subject to being called gay when they do something outside of what is deemed to be masculine. Hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I want black men to be liberated and feel free to do whatever the fuck they want to do and still love women and still love pussy or whatever. They don't have to question who the fuck they are, their sexuality. What the fuck? And that's another reason why a lot of black men don't want to be around gay men because they think like, oh, you know, guilty by association, guilty by proxy or whatever. Like I'm around you, like, Like I remember when I first came out, I had one of my homeboys tell me like, yeah, at the beginning, bro, like when you first came out and shit, like I felt uncomfortable, and that's why I always brought my wife around, or I always brought my girl around because blah blah blah. I didn't want nobody thinking that I was like fucking around with you, this is that, and I was like, first off, nigga, you ugly. So if they thought that, they disrespected me. First off, like you ugly to me, nigga. But but I understood it. I kind of had some empathy for him, or some sympathy and empathy for him, because it was like it's a pressure that comes with that. You know, it really does. It's something that they have to deal with. You know, a lot of men, it's just I hate it, and I just think that as black people, we need to stop being fixated on people's sexuality and let them fucking live. Let them fucking live. Okay, we don't know how much time we have left on this earth. Nobody does. Nobody does. Let these people live. Shouldn't matter. Next thing I want to talk about. I wasn't gonna talk about this, but I was like, let me talk about it. Ressa Tessa. Is that how you say her name? Ressa Tessa? Ressa Tessa. Let's say Ressa Tessa. I'm gonna call her Ressa Tessa. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I'm probably gonna say Ressa Tessa too, just a few times, okay? Just so y'all know. So I don't want y'all to be like, ooh, like, ooh. So Ressa Tessa, if you don't know, she's the girl who did the 50-part video on TikTok. I didn't watch all the videos, but she did 50 videos about her situation with this dude who pretty much snaked her, you know, and she ignored all the red flags, blah, blah, blah. She went through all this shit and, you know, she went through some shit. She went through some shit. Like, that's literally what she went through, right? And, like, then she kind of, like, blew up, you know, and now people are calling her a scammer because she saw all these endorsement deals and she's been on these TV shows and she got hired by this, like, acting company or whatever. And then, you know, people then she really went viral because of before she started getting endorsement deals, she went viral because of the big back comment that happened on the Breakfast Club, right? And that right there kind of pissed me off because it's just like what I'm trying to get at with that is just like, why is it big back behavior? Like, everybody has been through this. I went through this shit low key as a gay man. I went through this shit. Like, dude, most of y'all know. And hold on, most of y'all know my story, and I'll go ahead and tell it. Like, I fell in love with a dude that was in the closet, pretty much in the closet. And I saw all the red flags. Like, literally saw all of the red flags, and set myself up for failure. I got hurt in the end. I was pissed off. I cried for 3 months. And then a few months later, the fucked up part, actually, you know what? Let me lubricate because I need to tell this story. I gotta tell this story. I gotta tell it. So 3 months later, I forgot. I know it was like a month and a half ago, whatever. So a couple months later after that, I'm talking to a friend of mine. We were all hanging out and shit. And he's like, hey, you want to go have drinks? And I was like, yeah. He was like, let's go to this bar called Hooligans in Vancouver. And I was like, cool. I know what Hooligans is. So he took me out to Hooligans and we was drinking and blah, blah, blah. He was like, hey, bro. So I was talking to him and his friend and his other friend, and we were all chatting and shit. And they were like, hey, we're going to go to the other bar, blah, blah, blah. Just left a little competition, lifting competition. So we're gonna go meet them at this blah, blah, blah bar. And he was like, you want to go? And I was like, well, I guess, I mean, the night is young, bro. It's only like fucking 9 o'clock. Let's go. So I went hung out with him. We went to this other bar. And we hung out with some group of people. Blah blah blah. I can tell it was a whole bunch of lifters in there because people kind of look like they just left the gym type shit, or kind of had on sweats and shit. It was like a low key chill night or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they had like gym attire on, pretty much, kind of, sort of. And I know a powerlifter anywhere, okay, just by the way they walk and talk. So whatever. So I was chilling at the table, talking to a group of these people. We all chatting. They're talking about me, asking me things, and we start talking about relationships. Like, I don't even know how we got on relationships, but when I'm like, females love me for some reason. They love to talk to me. I think I have like a healing spirit for women, because women always love to come and talk to me about relationships. Like, my single ass, and you talking to me about relationships, my single ass girl. Like, I ain't never had a boyfriend, fun fact. So you sitting over here talking to my single ass about relationships and all this shit, like, man, crazy. So, I went on a tangent, started venting about, the dude I was talking to and how I was like in love with him. Like, I fell in love with him very quickly and blah, blah, blah. This is that, this is that, this is that. And, they asked to see this picture, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. And so I showed the picture, and she was like, oh, I know. Oh, my God. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. No, blah, blah, blah. I know, blah, 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 blah. So they knew him. And I felt extremely bad because it was like, damn, they already knew. They kind of knew about who he was. And they just started telling me all that shit, like, oh yeah, he's a big cheater. Like, the girl he's with now, he cheated with his wife on, or he cheated on his wife with the girl he's with now, and blah blah blah. And he's just very manipulative. And like, I'm glad you should be glad that you didn't get with him, because he's just this is that, and this is that, and all this stuff. And I was like, damn, everything that they were telling me, like, I had already saw it at the beginning. The red flags. I saw all the red flags from the beginning, but because I wanted to be with him, I was so like wanting him, I was ready to ignore the red flags because I wanted to be with him. And everybody does that. Everybody does that. When you want to be with somebody, you ignore all of their negative shit. Most of the times, you will ignore everybody's negative shit when you want to be with them. And that's what it was. When I wanted to be with this dude, because he was everything to me. He was a strongman competitor, fucking power lifter, coach. Like, bro, he was everything that I like to do. Podcast, like, bro, he was like my yin to my yang almost. And that's how I felt about him at the beginning. But, shit, I guess shit happens, right? So again, that's not just big back behavior. That's anybody's behavior. And I never understood that. And so, like, I just thought it was weird that people are like on her ass. Like, everybody is on her ass. And I'm like, girl, who doesn't want some type of notoriety for they pain? Listen, Ressa Tessa, whatever, get your money, girl. I don't care if the story was real or fake at this point. Get your money. Who doesn't want notoriety on TikTok or any type of social media and get famous and get money off of it? Do anything that comes your way, Ressa Tessa, whatever your name is. Listen, any opportunity that comes your way to change your life, take it, baby. I don't care what these people are saying. You're gorgeous. Take it. Take every little opportunity for whatever it is. Take it. Fuck these people. Do what you gotta do. Straight up. But it leads me to ask this question that I've been thinking about. Is there a such thing of giving too much of ourselves on social media? Because sometimes I do believe that, but sometimes I don't think that. Because I honestly feel like sometimes I rant on social media a lot. And as you can just tell with me telling that story, I can get very like personal sometimes. And that's just what it is. But sometimes you find community in people that you don't know. You really do. Like, I think sometimes, like, okay, for instance, my boy Cecil that's been on my show. Cecil's been on my show multiple times, but a lot of people don't know. I met Cecil from seeing him on another YouTube show that I like. And I really clicked to everything that Cecil talked about. And one day I messaged him and was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Cecil lives in Atlanta. I live in PDX. I've never met this man, but I've talked to him about a lot of stuff. I've told him personal things. He knows me enough to know certain things about me throughout social media. I'm very vulnerable with him. And we've talked online a lot, and we've seen each other on like video chat and all that shit. Like, we've talked. So it's just like, I consider him a friend. And so when people say, oh, you're just on the internet talking to strangers, it's like, it's not always that way. You're connecting too. You're connecting on some level. And so I think sometimes, you know, how we talk about engaging people, engage with your community, engage, talk to people. Sometimes that shit does feel good to talk to people outside of your friend group that you know in real life. Like, I got good friends in real life, no doubt. But sometimes those friends in real life are really not really good real friends either sometimes. Or they don't have the experience, or they don't understand, or they can't relate. And that's okay. And I don't understand why we can't get to that point to understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand why we can't. But maybe that's just me. Whatever it is. But anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys think and feel. Like, I really want to know. Engage with the boy, talk to me. That's another YouTuber thing to say, right? But anyways, yeah, let me know in the comments of what you guys think about these things that I ranted about tonight. So, all right, y'all. Let's get on to this banter banquet. So the banter banquet, y'all. So I decided to name the banter segment the banter banquet because if you know, like, if you've been to a banquet, right? At least to me, I've been to multiple banquets. As a person who used to mentor, I would go to like networking banquets, stuff like that, fundraiser banquets, all that stuff. Those are like good like places to like network, communicate, talk about things, feast, have drinks or whatever. Banquets are great. So when I think about the banter banquet, I think about bringing you guys in, because sometimes I'm going to be sipping on something, might be eating a little something, whatever it is, especially when I have like my guests come on the show. Like, I'm bringing someone in the room with me to banter on things and to talk about things and to like communicate and have real effective communication. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, maybe if that you don't get it, but I get it. And I know most of the people who love Bubba, they gonna get it. They understand it. So this is the banter banquet. So tonight for the banter banquet, I'm going to be talking about the IG questions that you guys sent me. I'm going to be answering them. That's what I should say, not talking about, but answering them in the best way possible. I'm going to try not to make these so you guys sent me a lot of questions and I love that, but sometimes you guys be sending me things that I don't like. Girl, I'm not telling you my dick size, and I'm not telling you if I got a big ass. I'm not going to tell you if I bottom all the time or am I true verse, or I'm not telling you stuff like that. Okay. like, you don't need to know all that. Okay. Like, you don't like, and some of y'all asking these questions, no, y'all not going to get that from me. So I don't even know why the fuck y'all even asking me this question. Okay. So please stop sending me stupid shit. Okay. Like, this, and that's why I don't be liking doing these Instagram questions sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like doing them sometimes because y'all be doing too fucking much. Shit, doing way too motherfucking much for my liking, bitch. Let me stop over here going off on y'all. But oh yeah, let's get into it. So the first question that I have is, do you believe in cancel culture? I don't want to call it cancel culture. I would like to call it accountability culture or accountability.
Accountability.
I think the reason why I don't like calling it cancel culture because it just sounds very cliche. It sounds very gimmicky. It sounds very right wing. Um, especially when they say, "Oh, he got canceled." I want to know how that word even came up. Like, maybe because Ooh, cancel that bitch or whatever. There was a rapper who made a line was like cancel that bitch or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, cancel culture, I hate saying that word, but I'm gonna use it because that's the form that you ask it in. I think this is the problem with cancel culture. Actually, no, let me rewind. The reason why I say that it's accountability culture is because I think that we as people, although I do believe that we as people are a little bit sensitive now, like we're way, 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 way sensitive. We're way too sensitive. I have to agree on that. We're way too sensitive. But, but we're also maturing as a group of people. We are maturing as a group of people in this world today. And I think people hate that. There are some stubborn ass people in this world that just live off of being stubborn and stuck in their ways. Generation X. There's a lot of I'm gonna get heat for that because you know there's that the millennials and generation and Gen Z wars be popping sometimes, but I do believe that we live in a world where people are starting to grow up and being like, "Hey, you're not gonna treat me like that no more. You gonna stop that shit." You know, I think people are maturing and being like, "I'm not going to deal with that." Do I believe that there are some people that need to be canceled? Do I believe that there's some people who just like need to be exiled, silenced, and all that shit? Of course I do. I do believe that. But I do think that we do not give enough grace to people who make mistakes. Like, okay, this person made a mistake 20 years ago. Why am I still holding something against you that you did 20 years ago? Like, there's no reason for me to do that. Like, you know how like this person is all of a sudden a good person, and then like 20, they bring up something 20 years that he did 20 years ago. And like, I don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that supposed to make me change about how I feel about this person? Is it sabotaging like how I'm gonna look at this person's character? Like, and it also depends on what they did. Like blackface, if you did something like that, I might be like, ooh, girl, like I hope you changed. So I just hope I don't see it in the future. Cause I know what's done in the dark stays in the dark with most people until it comes to the light. But anyways, um, I get it. I get it, you know, but at the same time, I do wish we could stop doing the exiling, silencing. We don't give enough grace to people and make them a little bit better, you know, and give people the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But there are some celebrities that put themselves in that situation. Like you give a half-ass apology for doing something that you know you shouldn't have not said or done. And I'm sorry, there's just some things that you shouldn't say or do to offend a whole entire community. Period. Period. You shouldn't. I don't care what community it is, black, white, gay, straight, lesbian, trans, whatever. Like, watch your fucking mouth. Like, watch your fucking mouth. Period. Like, it's just that, bro. And I hate how sometimes people always want to push back on something. And there's some things that you could push back on, and there are some things. Yes, we are entitled to our opinions, but is your opinion affecting other people in the way that they live? That's key. Is the opinion that you hold and that you are spreading so much as false information or misinformation, rage farming, because that's what a lot of you motherfuckers be doing on the internet now. And that's all debate culture is. And I'm going to talk about that on another show. All debate culture is now today is rage farming. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I actually have a person on here that I'm probably going to get on here to talk about that with. And they just jumped up in my mind. And I'm just like, I think I'm going to get them on here to talk about that. But, yeah, you know, I think a lot of times people really just don't take into the consideration of like what information that they put out there that can actually harm somebody. And that's probably the bigger issue for me is like what you're saying really could probably put somebody in danger. And I know you're not thinking that it's going to put somebody in danger because you're not in danger. It's that simple. So, yeah. Next question. What do you feel the world is heading towards? Positive or negative? I don't know how to answer this. I'll be honest, but I'm gonna answer it in a way that I think I can answer it. Um, the world. I haven't seen all the world, so I can't necessarily say what's going on in the world, but I can say what in America. I feel that we're neutral negative because I see positive things and I see a lot of negative things. But it's America. It's the best country in the world. I don't care what you say. Yeah, it's bad, but it's America. I know nothing else. I was not born anywhere else but here. Yeah, it wasn't my choice to be born here, but all I know is America. This is the best place in the world. I'm able to be a openly black gay man in America. Yes, there are some places where it's kind of dangerous to be that, like kind of like live out loud. But there's a lot of places where I can live out loud and I can still be myself. So, there's other countries in the world that will literally, you will get kidnapped and killed for being a gay person. So when we say lucky, I am very blessed and highly favored, baby. Listen, blessed and highly favored, baby. Straight the fuck up. Like, so when we talk about, the world, it's just like, I feel like we could do better. But I do see a lot of negative stuff, so I don't necessarily know how to answer this question when you say the world. But yeah, there's that. Next question. Do you believe there is such thing as too much sex?
No. No. No.
Yeah, I do believe that. I do believe it. I do believe that there is a such thing as too much sex. I think people, especially as a gay man, I can only speak about this from a gay person's perspective, is that sometimes we kind of do, like, as men in general, we are already highly sexually driven, right? No gay man can tell me that they're not highly sexual driven. A lot of gay men are highly sexual driven. Like, our parties are sexually driven. A lot of our gay apps are sexually driven. It's a high sex driven environment, and there's nothing wrong with sex at all. But you can't tell me that we're not sexually driven as a environment at times. And even people who I know that come out and come into our environments kind of also feel the tension of sexual drive and sexual tension. So I think sometimes there is such thing as too much sex. And sometimes even for me, like, I can say right now, recently, I believe that I have too much sex. A quick beating, a wham and bam. I can do a wham and bam 4 times in a day if I want to. Sex is always put in my face. I can get on Grindr and find 4 bottoms in my neighborhood. And I have the decision if I want them or not. But I have that decision to go, oh, yeah, I kind of do want that. Oh, no, I don't want that one. I literally have that choice. So I do believe sex is always put in our face so much that sometimes it's on men to like kind of like push out the temptation, I guess. Because we get it all the time. And I think for me, recently, I believe that I've made sex such of a comfort thing. Like, it's become a trauma response to being hurt, and especially like I've been feeling like, ooh, I look good now. I look great now. People want to get in my drawers. Like, what's good? Like, I'll use this dick. And no matter how much I take care of my sexual health, like going to get tested, being on prep, taking, doxy prep for, after I done beat this person's booty hole open, um, whatever it is, my spirit is fucking dirty sometimes. Like, and I don't know. I know some of y'all be like, "Ooh, he's getting all spiritual." Like, no, I'm just saying, like, sometimes I feel dirty. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be like, "Damn, I really do all that? Like, that's nasty. Like, it's kind of dirty. Like, damn, 4 of them today. Like, I couldn't just settle on one. I did 4 of them today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of, and that's a me thing. It's not I'm not judging anybody because it is what it is. Those 4 people is who I chose anyway, so I'm not judging them. Thank you for letting me get off. I should just say it like that. But you know what I mean? Like, it's you kind of get in a way. So I do think that there is such thing as too much sex, but I also believe that there is a need for sex. I think sex is good. Casual sex, like, may be a bad thing to some people. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I do believe that sex is something that is needed for people. It is a need, is everybody's need. So there's that. Okay, this is the last question, and I don't know. I don't know how to read this question to you because I don't know what tone you said it in. Like, I'm gonna be real. I don't know what tone you said this in. So I'm gonna try to make sure that I say this in a way where I'm not hurting your feelings. So I'm gonna read this, and I hope I'm reading it the right way. um, After listening to your podcast about body positivity, do you think you should be representing any body positivity movements? I see that you're an underwear model. Girl, what? Um, I don't know how you said this, but this has something to do. Okay, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to say this in the right way. Me being an underwear model has something to do with how I feel about the body positivity movement. Uh, I don't feel anything bad about the body positivity movement. My biggest gripe with the body positivity movement is that sometimes I feel that there are body positivity organizations and communities within the movement that enable people to be unhealthy. That's just what it is. And body positivity is all about all types of bodies. It's not just about bigger people. Like, that's what frustrates me sometimes. And oh, I feel like I'm about to say something really harsh. But like, that's your fucking problem. Like, that's your fucking problem. Why do we have to have bigger seats on the airplane because you decide to be fucking 700 pounds? Why? I'm sorry. Drive. You have that freedom. Like, and I hate to say it that way, but that's just the truth. We have to move whole ass seat sections and make them bigger because, okay, let me not do that because that's not what I'm trying to say. Body positive movement started off as a movement that celebrated all types of bodies. So skinny, fat, disabled, people who are missing limbs, like all that. It's supposed to be body positivity for everybody. It's not just for people who are overweight. And sometimes that frustrates me when people think that because I have a certain judgment or a certain thing about something or a certain critique, that's the word I'm looking for, a certain critique that I shouldn't be doing this or doing that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I just lost weight, but I don't want to be a skinny mini. No, girl. What did Monique say when she was a big woman? Skinny bitches is evil. No, I don't want to be skinny at all. Skinny bitches is evil. Nah, I shouldn't say that. But no, that's for real shit. Like, I don't understand how like you correlate me being an underwear model to body positivity movement. It has nothing to do with that. In fact, the company that I model for celebrates all bodies, not just my bigger body. So, I mean, they do celebrate the big men in mine because that's kind of the label, that's kind of the phrase that I use to people in mind. But um, they celebrate everybody. They have sizes from small up to 4 or 5 or 6X. So it's for everybody. So I don't understand why this question was even asked. I don't know what tone you read it in. So I'm sorry if I read you or was being a little too sassy. Because I shouldn't be saying the word sassy either, because that's literally like a slur almost at this point for towards men. But I use it in a way to just to be funny. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I have nothing against the body positivity movements. I just feel like there are some movements that are very, very bad at actually being positive towards people who are plus size. Period. They enable some of these people. Just like I also know that there are body positivity movements that are very, very productive in helping bigger people to be healthy and to work out and to do things to keep their body from not being weak and to being strong and stuff like that. So yeah, there's that. I don't know what else to say to you guys. I don't know. So that's all I got to say. But anyways, y'all, it's the end of the show. I'm so excited. This is my first show. Oh my god! 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 Oh, I'm finally here. I am gonna have other people come on my show, just so you guys know. And I can't wait to do that because sometimes the solo dolos be hard because I'll be trying to project so much stuff and have so much energy. I don't have any energy to like go off of, you know? So having somebody else's energy is gonna make it really, really good for me. And I just can't wait to do this. I cannot wait to just pump out episodes after episode. So again, Bubba's Banter will be bi-weekly. It will be a bi-weekly show still. I will be promoting a lot more now that I have this computer. You guys know where to follow me at, right? Which is Bubba's Banter Podcast on Instagram, Bubba's Banter on Facebook. Also, follow my personal, which is the Real Dog Dre on Instagram. And also, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bubba's Banter. Just type it in the search and you'll find me, baby. I'm being corny. I'm sorry, baby. And also, go get those bearskin underwear. Go get them, please. Go get them. Let me show them again. Go get these underwear. They're so cute. I think I'm gonna have bearskin come on here and interview them eventually. They are so cute, and I really love their underwears and jock straps. And they got some good socks. Oh, the socks are bomb. They socks are bomb. They're thick. Oh, they socks are so bomb. I love their socks too. So go to bearskin.com. That is BEARSKN.com. Just because I know somebody will spell it the way that skin is spelled, but just want to show you the label. Bearskin.com, and just type in Bubba at the checkout and you will get 15% off. So again, thank you guys. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all when the show comes out, baby.